Welcome back, YouTube, man, and whew, we got a good one today, man. We jumping straight into it today. No intro, no nothing, man. The OKC floppers. We got to get into it today, man. There's been a lot of shit going on with them, a lot of flops, a lot of just bad basketball, in my opinion. I think it's been a detriment to the league. It's hard to watch, and obviously, it's just so blatant now. Like the calls that are going on, it's just getting way out of hand. Um, but but I do have to agree that people are taking it way too far. So I do think it is out of hand. I do think they're floppers and all that. Totally agreed. But I do think people are taking this way too far and putting a lot extra on it, man. Like when I watch the games, even the last two games, yes, there were some bad calls. There were some flops that were called, whatever, cool. But like, you're gonna lose anyway. So stop trying to make that an excuse. So let's jump into it, man, and see what happens.
Address the elephant in the room. I'm going to say this and I'll be very, very clear what I'm saying. This is not an excuse for the Lakers losing. I want to be very clear. I do not think the Lakers are going to win this series. I did not pick them to win this series. I believe they're going to get swept, and I said that before the playoffs began, that they were going to sweep through not just the first, but also the second round, whoever they face, because I do believe they're that good at the fucking sport. I think they're that good at the sport. The problem, however, is because how good they are at the sport, some of the antics and tactics and also just all around inability for referees to be consistent is why it's so frustrating to watch them. For those who may have missed this game, it's so bad with the officiating. Not only did we need to have a meeting with the referees after the game
of last year's NBA final.
There's a legit meeting going on with Austin Reeves, LeBron, and shout out, first of all, there's things that I do notice with LeBron. Shout out to LeBron for allowing Austin to be a vocal leader in this standpoint. Austin is...
Okay, with this, right? What does this change, right? You're going to have a different... I mean, obviously, if you're just trying to do optics, cool. But, like, you're going to get a different ref crew and all this. And it just showed that this did not matter. This did not affect the next game at all. So, like, I don't know. And yes, LeBron has let him do this because LeBron knows if he's caught doing this is going to make him look bad. We have to put that out there. You know, LeBron's all about image, which is the thing. Whatever. He's a celebrity. Cool. But, like, it's all about image. He didn't want to look bad, so he let Austin Reeves do this. Because he knows, and everybody knows, if you let LeBron do this, it's a lot more powerful. It's a lot more like, okay, shit, maybe we need to do something. But if you let him do it and then backfires, it doesn't look as bad. So I just got to throw that in there.
Leading this quote unquote meeting and allowing him to talk and agreeing to stuff like that. I always noticed that with things about LeBron. But the fact that we even have to have that conversation, and then after the game, apparently JJ had a few comments as well. So let me say this also.
He gets clobbered on that one, with Jalen Williams coming over trying to block the shot when he spun baseline on Dort. That was in that stretch as well. LeBron has the worst whistle of any star player I've ever seen. I mean, I've been with him 2 years now. There's, again, the smaller guys, because they can be theatric, they typically draw more fouls, and the bigger players that are, built like LeBron, it's hard for them. But he gets clobbered, and he got clobbered again tonight a bunch, and that's not like a new thing. That's not specific to this crew or, this series. He gets fouled a lot. That doesn't happen. I mean, guy gets hit on the head more than any player I've seen on drives, and it rarely gets called. So,
and I didn't even know, apparently.
And I'm just gonna be honest here. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I've not seen his video, so I don't know what he's gonna say next. So I'm definitely going on a whim. I could be wrong, but to me, I don't think LeBron has the worst whistle of any superstar player. Now, because we've seen Steph get a lot of bad calls or calls that should be getting that he's not getting for an all-time great. So he's up there. Shaq historically dealt with this. So if you want to say one of the worst, I don't think so. LeBron be crying. He get a lot of calls too. But what I will say is this, and what he kind of said is, yes, these bigger, stronger players, it's hard to officiate you. It's hard to officiate Shaquille O'Neal when he's going up because they have to foul him damn near every time he goes up. And if we're being honest, they do. I mean, he's so fucking big. So LeBron probably is going through that same thing, but to say he's the worst, you're putting too much extras on it. And I get it, you gotta protect your players, stand up for your players, but come on, JJ, we gotta stop doing. We don't do that. Let's not do that.
Austin had even more things to say. He going crazy at the refs. And apparently he's saying, "Don't talk to me like that." And then he finished up with saying, "Pussy." Tough.
When did he start doing
Yeah,
this?
it was bad officiating. It was bad officiating. Let's see what Austin had to say. Let's see what he had to say.
We don't see you that visibly frustrated with officials that often. You had two pretty extended interactions. Say, what had you so frustrated?
I felt like I was respectful to all of them all night. I mean, there's a million times in the past I've said way worse stuff. And when we were doing the whole tip ball, but they were switching spots, I wanted to get on the other side because they had a guy on the other side who was just trying to keep an advantage. And he turned around and just yelled at my face. I just thought it was disrespectful. The whole time that was going on over there, I don't think he said much to them. I think stepped in and said something. But at the end of the day, we're grown men, and I just didn't feel like he needed to yell in my face like that. I told him that. I wasn't disrespectful. I told him if I did that to him first, I would have got a tech. I feel like the only reason I didn't get a tech is because he knew he was in the wrong. So
that's tough. Niggas is
Yeah, of course, man. Referees, man, they got a little attitude. It just is what it is. Let me skip a little bit forward here. But, like, that's what they do. They have an attitude. Here, I want to skip to this. Like, that's what they do. They have authority. They can flex that authority. You're not a star player yet. You haven't got that contract yet for me to care about your opinion yet. Now, you're going to get me backed by LeBron, the Lakers, and that great organization, so that does help, yes. But at the end of the day, you're still, in their eyes, hey, back up, nigga. Let me talk to your star player. Let me talk to your coach. Let me talk to somebody in your front office about this. You're not the person to pull that move. So I do see that. But I do think that the refs do have a little bit of a disrespect problem, some of them, where they think they can do what they want. They can talk crazy, and they think they're the stars of the show when they're just not. Like, I'm sorry, it's the players. But, let's jump back in. But I just had to state that because I do see that a lot.
not able to do. And if one team is able to do it, then the other team needs to do it again. They need to be able to do it themselves. Here's more from JJ Redick about the inconsistencies with the refereeing.
JJ, you got a technical in the first half. Multiple players had really long, extended conversations with refs. What was sort of at the core of those frustrations tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I sarcastically said the other day they were the most disruptive team without fouling. I mean, they have a few guys that foul on every possession, and all the good defenses do.
So, for those who may not be able to see me, I need to zoom in, but...
And sorry, they do the foul, but obviously I can't do the copyright, so let me skip past them showing that. But I do agree. Like, OKC is very physical sometimes, and they don't get called for it. And I do think it's bullshit, if I'm being honest. I do. I think it's totally wrong. I think that there's something that we need to fix. And I'm like, how has this not been a problem all year? Like, how has this not gone to the front office? Like, every single team is complaining about this one thing.
It's them getting away with fouling, them flopping, them getting every foul. Why has this not been addressed yet? Like, that's why I'm getting kind of confused when it comes to this shit. This is kind of my face. Like, the one he's making right now is my face. Like, why has this not been addressed yet? But, I mean, what can we do? You've cried about it every game. You've talked about it. Multiple teams have talked about it. Devin Booker has came out about it, and nothing is changing. I don't know what's going on with the league office. I don't know what they're trying to push right now. But this is not the basketball we want to see. Like, something needs to be like, hold on now. Let's rein it back. We gave them these first two rounds. Lakers aren't going to win. They're down 3-0, whatever. But, like, these next two rounds, we got to make it more even. Because I want to see some good series. I don't want to see a series derailed by fouls. Now, did I think they're going to beat the Suns and the Lakers anyway? Of course. But the Spurs, who I think are going to beat the Wolves, because the Wolves are just, they're hurt. This is going to be a good test for them. They got the size to match. They got the quick guards. They got the defense. They have the scoring. Let them play both sides, or call it each ways. If you're gonna be like that, call it one way to super strict, or call it, you know what I'm saying, be very physical. But you have to, you know what I mean? You have to pick. You can't give one team the upper hand, and that's the only thing everybody's talking about. But let's jump back in.
But then later in the game, don't call a double foul. Like, niggas starting just making shit up. They called a double foul in the same possession when Hayes was in grabbing him to get the rebound. If you're going to let people grab, I'm fucking cool with it. I am genuinely cool with this. I'm sincerely fine with it. I fuck with it. Let's play ball. Let's talk the jerseys. Let's get into it. I'm fine with it, bro. I really don't care. It's the inconsistencies. If they get to do this, then everybody else should be able to tug them as well. That's the problem. I don't even really care as much about the flopping with Shea that a lot of people complain about. It's, to me, the inconsistencies. I'm watching LeBron gather, get bumped, and take a shot and make it, and all of a sudden, that's not continuation. That doesn't make, how the fuck does that not, how is that not
Nah, sorry to jump in right here, but that was a terrible call. I remember seeing that. Like, that is a textbook continuation. Like, I don't understand how that didn't get called. It made zero sense to me. And that's when I'm like, is something rigged? Like, this is the most I've ever seen me like, damn, is this rigged? I'm just being real with you. Because, like, again, OKC is really good. They're the number one team for the championship other than the Spurs for me. That's, you know, if we're being logical, right? But, like, the little shit like that, you're like, what the fuck? Y'all don't have to do that. Let them play. Let's have some good series. But, like, that was a terrible call when I seen that. So, sorry.
continuation? He gathered before he got fouled. How? While I've seen Shea numerous of times, feet still planted. All he does is swipe and just go up and flop, and they call that continuation, and he's on the free throw line. Or when it's clearly a pass to Deandre Ayton, the ball doesn't even hit the rim. He catches it and puts it in. Nope, that's interference. How? I actually think in the foul that JJ is referring to earlier when Jalen Williams fouled him, I actually think Jalen Williams was trying to foul him. He was trying to foul him. My issue with the OKC, it's not that they get to play physical. It's that no one else gets to play physical against them. That's my issue. My issue is then while they're playing physical and you can't, this nigga Shea is doing some of the most reckless shit imaginable to get whatever he needs to get off. And tonight, I don't think it was that bad. Even when they were trying to review to see what Austin did was a flagrant or not, the reason why it comes across like he may have thrown him down is because Shea, in the pursuit of trying to get the foul, the nigga gathers and it arm bars the nigga. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, bro? And for the people out there who saying AR foul bait, and maybe you weren't here when we were talking about it, Reeves grifted and we called him out for it. We're like, look at how silly he looks like grifting his way to some looks behind the three-point line. We call him out for it. All we're saying is, hey, if it's get called one way, just call it the same the other. That's it. If we want to go griff for griff, then let them go griff for griff. And LeBron only getting 4 free throws in a game to me just never makes any sense.
Yep, and that's where I like definitely just had to stop real quick on that. I definitely agree with that. Like, when it comes to this, right, you have to take a look at this, right? If you have one overwhelmingly good team, why would you be rewarding them with fouls all the time? Why is LeBron James only taking 4 free throws? Like, really just break that down in your head. Why is LeBron James, who's predicated on getting to the rim, twos, I mean, he's not even shooting threes as much. I don't know if they have it up here. 3-point, he had 4. I mean, that's down from what he's been check the last couple of years. It's down. Now, 25%. Jesus, LeBron. Don't shoot him. Obviously, at an off night. But look at that. 9 for 18. Like, if I'm going to the rim that much, 14 of my shots are twos, I'm only getting 4 free throws of LeBron James, one of the smartest high IQ players of all time. And I can only get to the line 4 times. It's not just him. Trust me. It's a lot of bullshit that they're letting go. Again, he cries. I get it. He cries. Tim and Luka have that problem. But there's a reason. OKC plays very physical. When any contact comes their way, they flop. They sell the call. Or Shea fucking just arm bars you. And I hate watching that shit. I get it. Harden did that shit in his great years, but it was called out. Rules were changed. Something needs to happen. Because I feel like it's happened all over again. And it's just not being addressed, and it's getting to a point where it's become completely ridiculous.
It just doesn't. Here is the Ayton trying to get post position, and he just bumps this nigga. He's clearly not looking at him. He's just making a physical playoff basketball play. That's all he is doing. Bump him, get him out of the way, and then here's Chet flopping all over the place, and they call that. While on the other hand, LeBron is on the floor like this and they don't call it. Again, I have no problem with if LeBron goes up and he doesn't get fouled, if you all are going to tell us it's playoff basketball. Fine. I'm trust me, I'm here. I'm for the shits. I'm okay with that. But then in the very next possession, do not tell us that someone bodying someone up to get possession. They don't even have the ball. Trying to get possession. A nigga could flop his way into a foul. That is the problem. I want to be clear too. Adam Silver, you a couple of years ago instituted this whole flopping thing where people will get fined. I don't know why you don't follow up with that. But nigga, every single time at bare minimum, when something like that happens and it gets challenged and it gets reversed and it goes the other way and it's unequivocally clear that not only was it not a foul, but it was a flop to get the foul, people need to be fined.
Completely agree with this. Skip a little forward here. But like I completely agree with this. Like LeBron or let me skip. I don't want to because I don't want to show them this. This is what I want to go to. But I completely agree. If you ever watch SGA even play, he's not even like going up to make the shot. He's going up to get fouled. Watch how he shoots the ball. Watch how he lays the ball up. It's to get fouled. It's unorthodox. It's awkward. And it's just clearly showing he's not trying to make the shot. He's trying to get to the line. And that needs to be addressed. Because this is clear flopping. For him, that team should be fined millions. Whole team. Over the whole year, millions. Because they just do it every game, multiple times a game. I thought that flopping rule was there because Chet needs that. At no point did he even get hit in the face. He just fell out on the play earlier with Ayton. Watch SGA play, bro. It's so nasty. I watch it. I'm like, brother, you do not get hit. Stop doing it. Please. Please, we're trying to watch you get a game. Just trying to make it go in. Now I get it. High basketball IQ, you're playing to the rules. Got it. But there has to be some integrity where, like, we're trying to win the right way. Take that back. We're trying to play good basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody, like, this flopping shit, it needs to be addressed now. I mean, let's get to the last part of this because, like, this shit, I'm passionate about this because, like, that's not what basketball is, man. It's just not. And you see that, you can see this up here. It said Bron and Curry have to have the worst whistles. They do. Bron does not have the worst whistle, but I told you Curry does. It's up there, but whatever.
It's a basketball. And y'all are officiating the sport one way, and then we get into the playoffs. We're officiating the sport completely different. Like, and so now we got to have these moments of trying to explain to somebody that, hey, when you are pulling a man's jersey like this, it should be a foul because y'all are going to call it the other way. And this goes back to what I was saying again. I don't even think Shea flops here. But it's just like drive, bump, no touch. Who touched Shea here? And this is a foul. Shea goes up. He doesn't get touched. What's the foul? And I want to be clear. Even if I were to concede, it's a bad call. Cool. It just makes the bad calls much worse when earlier in the game, you were willing to allow so much contact that LeBron can hit the fucking deck and you say that's a no call. That's how much physicality you were willing to allow. So even if he did get fouled there, which he didn't, but even if he did, it certainly wasn't anywhere near close enough that was comparable to what LeBron had to just go through before. Again, that's the issue. That's my only issue. I mean, this right here is also just I think this is such a dangerous play. Hey, if you want to call a foul on this, that's fine, but you don't because it's playoff basketball. Cool. Shea purposely wrapping this nigga's arm this way and damn near about to fucking break this nigga's arm off.
Yeah, and obviously I can't watch the full thing because, you know, I'm not trying to copyright it here. But, yeah, man, this has been my issue. Like, this has been my issue, man. There's no good calls anymore. They're selling of shit. And it's just not being called both ways, man. You could say, hey, man, you're complaining. Stop complaining. This is basketball. They figured it out. Stop hating because they're great. I'm a Warriors fan. They did the same thing. Blah, 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 blah. But if you have any integrity as a basketball fan, you know this is not right. This is not good basketball. This should not be played. And let's be real. No, we don't want to see this for the next couple years. But let me know in the comments, man. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm crying too much. Let me know if you agree. You know, I'm still building up this community. Still doing a bunch of reactions. Still trying to put this out on a regular basis. Obviously, it's just me. I don't have a team. I wish I did. I wish I had an editor. Let me know in the comments. You can find that for me. I'm just playing, man. But OKC, man, I don't have no hate towards you. I do have the Spurs beating you, but this has to change. This has to be addressed. And if I'm Reeves, I do understand the frustration. And the Lakers, I do understand it, just like the Suns understood it. Just like every team understood it this year. That it's hard for me to have a lot of empathy for a team when you're just doing bullshit the whole game. But let me know in the comments, man. Hype this video up, man. I appreciate you guys. This Cash Cub Reacts, and I'm out. Peace.